You're late! You're late! And you know you are! I said I want a BMW 325i. And me and that 325i BMW used to leave Leeds when I first came. After a game, I used to fucking hack it down the M1 to get home to the boys in Watford to have a drink. Only lasted a few months until Batty took me out to all the gay bars. But I trained really well on a Monday. I used to put the black bin liner on and then put it under my tracksuit top and sweat it all out. And then Batty used to take me up to the ER. You never know what you do in the weekends in Watford, do you know what I mean? And we went to this dude down in London, didn't possess a tie. So I had to go and I bought Dave Batty his first fucking tie to go to this dude. But then I helped him, I bought the first house for him. First time I ever got robbed, I was in his mum and dad, they'd done me fucking stereo in the 325 BMW. But I'd left, and when Eric came to Leeds, he wanted to go out one night, so Batty phoned me up, and I was at Sheffield. I'd limped my way down to Sheffield United to get them out of the shit, which we did. 11 points at Christmas. I went in there as captain and we stayed up. It's never ever been done. You know, fucking winning the championship up here was fantastic. And I kind of told Eric, you know, the way the Leeds fans were and everything. So he wanted to go out one night. So it got a bit late and we went up to, I think it was Froggy's casino kind of thing. And then we went to a couple of places. And I ended up, it was late drinking, I took him to the Silver Tree Club. Like late hours where a lot of gangsters and prostitutes and one or two Leeds players go. I was the only white man that would get away from being in there. My mate, Big Al, he's there, used to have a restaurant up the road, the Polish club Alex had, and we used to go in there. So you go in, it's literally beers are in crates. Ken, the geezer behind, was playing the music. So we walk in, Eric's there, give him a red stripe. And Eric just stood there for an hour and a half. We said, we got to go. Last minute, we got to go, Eric. Shirt came off. That's him fucked. I'm off. Each week, we'd have to do our double page in the middle. I said, you've got to watch out for this young lad coming through at Leeds called Gary Speed. He taught me the Welsh national anthem in Welsh. Easy when you're drunk. Try singing that fucking bollocks when you're sober. The Wimbledon was a fairy tale. Leeds United was a balls against the wall. We must fucking get promoted. They got Strachan, myself, Chrissy Fairclough, John McClellan, and when me and Batty looked out and we could see all the coppers on the horses kicking off, me and Batty wanted to be out there. We'll see you on the beaches. The heaviest thing I've ever dealt with is this. I know we all have grief, and we have to try and somehow turn the grief into joyous grief. We have to remember the good memories. She was a fantastic lady. She had a heart transplant at 21. When people say, I'm a hard man, or Neil Ruddock is, that little girl was so brave. She'd beaten cancer once. She had a heart transplant. The last time was a 6-year battle. They gave us 18 months and she fought it for 6 years, and I was there with her in Los Angeles. She'll be looking down and be proud of me being with friends.
Fash invented a nickname for Vinnie, the Butcher. And we're all going, the Butcher? Give it to the Butcher.
And obviously in football there are things that go on which the spectators don't see and the referee doesn't see. One of the oldest ones in the book is, going up for the header with the elbow out, giving your opponent a nice lump behind the ear. There's always the poke in the eye when you're not looking, or when the ball's up the other end of the field, the centre-half lays out the centre-forward with a right-hander. The one where you're following the player and he passes the ball off, everybody follows the ball, and then you just come in and follow down with your studs on the back of his Achilles down the calf. It's always a nice one. These sort of things do happen, and it's no good saying they don't. But it's not something that is seen unless you're a little bit cute. There's always the one where you put your opponent down, tackle him very hard, and you go to lift him up and you put your hands under his armpits and pull his hairs and he's screaming blue murder, and you're just saying to the referee, well, I'm only helping him. Or there's the Gazza one, when they get a bit close to you, you just grab them by the testicles and say, well, can you speak in a bit lower pitch of tone, please? The oldest one in the book is waiting for a corner and sort of treading on everyone's toes on a freezing January day. The only thing is, I think, if you're going to dish it out, you've got to be expected to take it back. The little ones like treading on people's toes in the box and things like that. I mean, if you do that, you've got to expect a clump. As that ball's in the air and everyone's watching the ball, you've got to expect that lad to give you a clump, Unless you're very cute and, you're ducking and diving and that's part of your game. There was a few punch-ups. There was a few confrontations. We just thought, how dare you think you can walk over us and just wear a piece of crap on your shoes?
Because I can relate to the lads more, obviously. We do have problems, lads, and sorry to bring it down on it, but you've got to seek help, you know, and go and speak to people. So many people are coming on Twitter and thanking me, and I'm helping them. If you want to be really brave, go and speak to somebody. You know, whether it's a mate or whether it's professional help. You know, what I don't like the word mental health. It's a spoke of the spokes on the wheel. Mental health is too strong a word. I think we grieve in other ways. And lads, if you're struggling with it, you have to go and get some help. If you've got a friend and you think he's got problems, you should help him. The first day of filming, I was actually in St Albans Nick. So that scene in the sunbed, I actually done in real life the night before. But when I got my second lot for having a fight on Virgin, that weren't a fucking good idea. A fucking bar, 12 hours on the plane and me. I was hungover because I'd been to Ascot all day the day before. And I ended up getting on the plane. Have you ever been to Japan and not took any luggage? Have you ever imagined a 6'2" geezer buying underwear in Japan? The biggest geezer there is like a 9-year-old boy. The police come and we fell asleep, thrown in the exit by the bouncers, and the silly bastards threw the other geezer in the fucking exit with me. Virgin, I am banned for life. But anyway, I've got loads of air miles on BA. So anyway, the movie got made. I'd moved on then to QPR, and I kept it quiet. I didn't tell anyone. I had to pay for the fucking premiere myself. And then I got a phone call one night. Well, a woman, she goes, this is Cindy from Mr. Jerry Bruckheimer's office. She said, he wants a meeting with you tomorrow. Santa Monica. I was in Emma-Leominster. I had to get through it. I thought it was one of the lads having a fucking wind up, but it was actually true. So what I did was, I got Tansy to phone in to QPR, say I was sick. They booked me a flight at 12 o'clock, British Airways. I met with Jerry Bruckheimer and the director. They gave me the job there within 20 minutes. I fucking went to the airport, the 10 to 10 plane, I fucking flew back to England on. Done the thing for Gone in 60 Seconds. He said, there's Angelina Jolie and Nicolas Cage are in the movie. You talk about adrenaline, when you meet them, and when you meet them fucking superstars, you need to put the toilet roll on ice. Your bum starts flapping. They have an aura around them. I got on well with Hugh Jackman, it was good lad. So we were waiting for Travolta for this big entrance. We were doing a bar scene. In he came with the big entourage and everything, and me and Hugh Jackman were like, fucking hell. And the directors all started flapping out, and everyone, oh, Mr. Travolta, Mr. Travolta. And he stopped them in his track. He said to me, Vinnie, thank you for doing my movie. And I thought that was one of the classiest things any of the picketers have done. Brad Pitt, great lad. He was doing Snatch, and he was staying at the Dorchester. And I was going out, because I used to have a lot of greyhounds to run greyhounds at all the tracks. Got a phone call from Brad, and he said, what are you doing? Fucking bored out of my head. So I get his driver, tell him where to come. Everybody thought it was me fucking around, that Brad Pitt lookalike. About an hour, they realised it was actually Brad Pitt having a fucking scampi in a basket. But I didn't get an invite to the wedding. And it wasn't at Walthamstow. It didn't fucking last long, it was like the dogs. The movie was called Escape Plan, but Stallone's on this great big fucking boat and he has to escape and all the rest of it. Now imagine my first scene, and I've got to beat up Sylvester Stallone, fucking Rocky, and the fucking Terminator. I looked to the director, I said, are you fucking winding me up? Fucking Rocky and the Terminator and fucking number 4 for Leeds. Just Batty when you need him. He was interested in me football. I played against Germany in Dusseldorf in the European Championship. We had a little chat about that, but the longest chat was trying to tell him where fucking Wales was. He's the real royal family for me, Gazza. I love him like a brother, I really do. I was suspended, funny enough. I was man-to-man marking him. I went to take a throw and I turned to him and I said, you wait there, fat boy, I'll be back for you in a minute. The kind of lingo we used at Wimbledon. And Monty Fresco, photographer for the Mirror, he heard it. Because I said to him, how the fuck did you get that picture? I've done that loads of times, I never got caught. And he said, I just kept the camera on you the whole game. My fucking life just changed. He won lots of awards, but he won, you know, Sport Picture of the Year, and it went on for decades. Beckham, Scholes, there was 3 or 4 of them. And we played a night game at Man United, I was at Wimbledon, and they was pissing all over us. We couldn't touch the ball, they were 3-0 up. It was like, fucking, come on ref, fucking blow the whistle. He said, there's 25 minutes to go, Vin. Fucking hell, he's some player, this kid. I've got to be honest, Andy, he did do a lot for American football. He did, he brought it on quite a bit, you know, and then Gerard Rooney and all that. But it's shit football. I had the misfortune of being captain for Wales against Holland, in Holland. Bergkamp, Seedorf, some of the best players in the world. And I was captain. I wonder fucking why. Dean Saunders, the fucking idiot, decides to score. That gave them the up. Bergkamp scores 4. Seedorf, the only time I saw him was when we exchanged shirts. Talk about go up a league. They were like supermen. It was unbelievable. They actually scored this free kick. We were in the wall. Someone was going to charge it as they touched it. And we're all lined up, all ready to go. They passed it down the line. This fucker flicked it. That fucker knocked it down, tapped it in. And all the Welsh players turned around and went, it's the most magnificent fucking goal I ever saw.